The Jewish National Fund, or JNF, is the philanthropic organization famous for its role in funding the creation of the State of Israel through its land purchases, tree planting campaigns, and other programs that have built up the Jewish state over the years. Today, the JNF is also focused on rebuilding the Israeli communities devastated on October 7th and strengthening the Zionist ties between Israel and the diaspora. Our senior U.S. correspondent Mike Wagenheim attended the annual JNF conference last week in Dallas, Texas, and filed this report.
Well, when one thinks of the Jewish National Fund USA, one tends to think about planting trees in Israel. But it's been a completely different situation, especially since October 7th. JNF USA has been helping to rebuild communities that have been devastated from the massacre and since from ongoing attacks up north. Here in Dallas this weekend, Jewish National Fund USA held its global conference for Israel with over 2,500 attendees. And the CEO, Russell Robinson, told us the organization's helping to rebuild Israel even in the midst of an active war zone.
A year ago, we came together at this global conference, and we were in a trauma state, the whole Jewish world. A year later, we have the pain, we have the memory, but we also have a year of winning. Just think about it. A year ago, we were talking about people who may not move back to their homes in the Israel envelope. A year later, because of our work and because of the real determination of everybody in Israel, across the world, 80% of the people who moved back to their homes in the Israel envelope, 80%. And things are happening. Now, we're still in the trauma for the poor people in the north who are facing inhumane issues. Can you imagine away from your home 12, 13, 14 months? So we're going to know where we have been, but we know where we're going. And with over 4,000 volunteers from America who have been to Israel through the Jewish National Fund, we intend to bring more there and build that connection.
Several Israeli community leaders we spoke with here in Dallas told us that Jewish National Fund USA has come through in unexpected and sometimes unimaginable ways in the aftermath of October 7th.
So one of our biggest challenge right now is to help our people to reimagine the Galilee, how it will look like the day after, how we can build together with them a picture of the future. And JNF USA is leading two of the most iconic projects right now. First is the Galilee Culinary Institute, and the second is the Medical Center, both of them in the middle of a war zone. And one of the things that make us, the residents of the Galilee, so proud in JNF USA that they keep moving forward.
We've managed over this past year to think of an amazing way of helping many, many small businesses keep afloat. We put together support packages for IDF soldiers on the border in the south and in the north. We've put together support packages for evacuated families, and many Americans have bought these online packages, and they're filled with quality products of small businesses, wonderful coffee and honey, and if it's evacuated families, it can be games for the children and books and wine, and these products have helped buying them. And we've sold over 19,000 packages since the beginning of the war.
What JNF USA did for us was allow us to go from surviving to dreaming, from thinking what's the next move for the next hour to what's the next move for the next year, and help us to reclaim the belief that Re'im is a very good place to live, and Re'im can still be very attractive, especially for young families.
I remember Russell Robinson calling me and saying, Michal, I'm going to write a plan. And I said to him, Russell, we are not available to start now to strategize to the future. Right now we are in survival mode. And he said, I got it. And he started to send us material about the different direction of the strategic of rebuilding together, Livnot Beyachad, and bringing volunteers immediately in December already. More than 4,000 volunteers came to our communities, the entire envelope, and really hand in hand worked with our communities and did whatever they can to support us, but also to help us to go back home.
So many in attendance here in Dallas this weekend told us that if there is one bright spot that could have emerged out of the October 7th tragedy, it is that now Israeli Jews and American Jews have become more understanding of each other and ever more connected, reflected in the fact that 2,500 people were here this weekend and even more had to be turned away for lack of space. Reporting from the JNF USA Global Conference for Israel in Dallas, Texas, Mike Wagenheim, I24 News.